Hi, today I'm doing a review of this Carpodgo Apple CarPlay device for easily adding onto an old car that hasn't got a lot of smart features, so it's a great way of upgrading old cars. So this one, as I say, it's an extra screen. It's designed for cars that don't have Apple CarPlay built in. So anything, I don't know, more than 20 years old or 15 years old or so. So let's open it up, see what's inside. So I intend to fit this in a car that doesn't even have a Bluetooth audio interface. So what have we got here? We've got a nice small little unit, 60 frames per second of CarPlay. What's this one? So it's obviously an inductor filter on the power supply in case you get problems with your backup camera or camera that you place anywhere. And we've got the camera. Nice little add-on, so you can either bit this on the front or the back of the car. Comes with a bit of sticky foam and to help in your reversing or going forwards. Let's open it. Quite a nice size, well packaged. Very secure. Cover over the screen, which is nice to see. I think all this stuff we can discard. Going to take off the cover as well because can't really see through that otherwise. We've got two lots of covers actually. This final one I think I'll remove once I've actually installed the screen. Oh, we've got two more actually. We've got a screensaver cover and we have got a one that you peel off before or after installation. So the screensaver cover we could probably leave on actually, that one. So it looks perfectly nice. And yeah, good protection of the screen. And then we've got a mount, which I'm guessing we could either screw or stick into place. Let's have a look. Yep, double-sided foam tape sticking into place. If that fails, I suppose you could always screw through that piece of plastic, which looks quite thin to screw through. Let's get this ball mount in position. Pop that in there. That's going to pop in there. That will hold it tight once it's done up. And that of course goes on the back of the unit. It looks like we have an alternative one with a few instructions as to what you do and don't do. That one obviously you could suck onto the windscreen, sucking that off to get to the right angle, locks into place. And it's got a lock, suction lock, which pulls down on the middle of the suction pad, as you can see there, creating a large suction to pull it onto the windscreen. As you take these bits, these cover bits off first, of course. So we'll get in the car and see which of these two is going to be the best to use for mounting it. If you're mounting it in the middle of the dashboard somewhere, then I'm guessing this one is going to be the most appropriate. Quite a nice weight and quite a reasonable size to the unit. And if instead of sticking onto the windscreen you want to stick it onto some dash, there's this bit of interface plastic, that double-sided 3M foam tape will stick on the dash somewhere. I'm guessing that then sucks or gets sucked onto the other mount. You've got the power supply, which goes in cigar lighter socket or accessory socket if you've got one, on-off button on it. Quite a hefty USB output at 2.4 amps. For supplying other accessories. That then plugs into the unit somewhere. Yeah, on the side here. One of these. Oh, actually, there is an indication. There it says. Printed on the plastic. And probably can't see that on the camera. That one says USB. We've got audio, video in. Presumably the camera, external microphone, That one's just got a plus on it, so I guess this one's going to be the power input. So just to keep them together, plug that in there for now. What else have we got? And oh, another USB adapter. In case you want to plug presumably a memory stick into it, might as well plug that one into there, keep that together. So it also comes with this USB plug with a Bluetooth adapter built into it, and this is an audio jack. So if your car comes with an auxiliary audio input, 3.5mm stereo jack input, that will plug into your car. This needs to plug into a power source somewhere, so conveniently you could use the power adapter on the unit. Plug that in, that'll power it up, and then go through the little book that comes with it talking about the USB Bluetooth adapter to pair it to your phone. And then you could feed the audio that comes via Bluetooth from your phone straight into the car. And a lot of cabling for routing your camera, for instance, to the rear of the car. And of course, you could always just leave your car radio playing your music and have this CarPlay device as a display-only device, which would be a bit of a shame because you wouldn't be able to use Spotify, but that's always an option as well. And you can still use it for navigation from your phone. And on the camera wiring, this red wire, if you want to use it, connects to the reversing light of your car, so that when it comes on, it tells the display to look at the camera output for aiding in reversing. So the manual is reasonable, if a little bit small. It does talk about these 4 optional sound outputs: display only, speaker, so I guess it's got an internal speaker. It's not going to be very good quality. Auxiliary output, which is it's one of these sockets on here on the side of the unit. It says audio on there. I guess that's audio output, or we could use the Bluetooth audio output. This one, or it says in the manual, FM audio transmission. That is built into this unit, and we don't need to have an external adapter. So it took about 5 minutes to install it. Here is the screen in a good position, boots up quickly. So this is a Freelander 1, really sort of basic spec, but it does have a CD radio and CD changer under the floor. So keep all that functionality. This unit does indeed have an FM output. So you can set the frequency to a band that's free, just happen to be the closest nearby. And the fitting, as I say, took me about 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Move that out of the way. Here's the mount that we used. This is a magnetic mounting surface onto the unit. This I just stuck down with the supplied double-sided sticky foam tape. So that's easy to remove in case you park up somewhere risky. It's quite a nice position actually, within easy reach of the driver. And still see some of my extra gauges that I put on. Doesn't interfere with the radio CD changer. The power wire just put around the back, fairly unobtrusively, goes into the glove box where the fuse compartment is. So handily, previously, I had put a cigarette lighter or auxiliary socket in here already and tapped that into the fuse box, which is behind that cover there. Obviously you don't have that standard, in which case you just run the wire around here and plug your cigarette lighter power supply into that socket there, which is pretty easy. So as I say, all that took about 5 minutes. So from turning on the ignition, which is about now, there's a few seconds before it goes into that basic screen mode. So what else have we got? This is obviously Apple CarPlay Android Auto setup. That's our FM output. This takes you into the menu. Audio output, we will select FM. You can have it on the internal speaker. I guess if you're using it as a sat nav, you could put up with that. What else? Are we mounted there properly? Yeah, I think we are fairly firm, even though it does seem to move a little bit. Could probably put a bit of double-sided tape, which I think does come in the box on the bottom of the unit, just to stop that wiggling around a little bit. I'll probably do that later. And so now we've got a pair to our Bluetooth receiver part. So this is the name of the Bluetooth receiver. As soon as I start going into CarPlay, I'm going to probably lose video. But we'll see what happens. I might need to get an iPad to record that. And there we are, booted up in CarPlay. So yeah, dead easy. So that's the normal CarPlay system modes. You can go back to the car screen with that icon. Takes you back to all the different system menus. So what we going to CarPlay again ought to try and work out is if the sound comes through okay. Let's play. I don't really want to get done for copyright. Okay, so I've asked it to play some copyright free music. So there we are, it's coming through the radio onto the car system. No wires in between. Got Spotify, and yeah, you can play anything else, and of course it's going to work for your sat nav as well. Let's turn that down. So you've got your normal CarPlay apps. Not the fastest system in the world, probably because I'm also doing a video recording at the same time. I think if I wasn't doing that, it'd be a lot faster. So it's good enough that you can cope with both. So the phone is actually slowing it down. And that's it. It took about 5 minutes, as I say, to install the unit, tune it in, and I can recommend it. And just to illustrate that the rear view camera system works, plugged in the camera, just rested on the dashboard for the moment, so I was looking at the front, as you can see, and I temporarily connected that red wire onto a 12-volt point on in the fuse box, and then automatically switches it over, whether it's on just its normal main screen, or if it's in its CarPlay mode. When you select reverse and the reversing light comes on. It doesn't actually seem to be a manual way of selecting. Let's go back to its main screen, Carpodgo Go. Sometimes on these units you have a little button to say go manually to the camera view, but not on this one. So you actually have to connect that wire onto the reversing switch, it would seem, because none of these menu items on here want to do switching to the camera, from what I can see. Not much of a disadvantage, but an extra bit of wiring if you want to use the rear view camera or even the front camera. Okay, thanks for watching. Good luck with yours. Cheers, bye.